All right. All right, we got here. Oh, yeah, what's going on, everybody? What is good, everybody? What is good? It is your boys, y'all. We are back yet again with a brand spanking new one for your head top here on the Glow Mass production. It is We Talk Mavs. But listen, guys, you already know who I be. It is your boy that is going to catch this movie right here as soon as we done. It is your boy Real. And joining me is the man that swears up and down that he could have survived every last one of the movies of Jurassic Park. And that's my co-host King. What's up, man?
Nothing much, brother. I could have survived the movie with one of these. That's what
man. So yeah, see, it's a bad man right there. That's a bad man right there. Listen, guys, we like I said, we definitely appreciate y'all rocking with us here on the early showing here of We Talk Mavs. We got a good movie out tonight. Should I say this morning? I'm used to it being at night when we usually do our videos, but this morning, we know y'all guys have been kind of fixated on the draft, of course, with the draft being right around the corner, literally a eyelash away, probably eyelash under 2 weeks until the draft starts, and I can't wait. Draft time is usually one of my favorite times of the year. So me and King did our due diligence for you guys. We did a little bit of scouting. We're gonna kind of give you guys, each of us, five players that we think Dallas should probably look at drafting here in the upcoming 2022 draft. So we're gonna get into that today. Of course, you guys, if you're brand new to the channel, guys, you guys can subscribe to the channel for all things Mavericks. We here for it, y'all. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell for anytime we're about to drop a video. You guys will be the first to know. So hit that like button, guys, to help us out. That'll go a long way. So, Ken, you ready to get into it, man? Let's go ahead and get into these draft prospects, man.
Let's do it.
Man, who you got up first, man?
So I guess first I'll talk about a guy that's been, I feel like, on a lot of draft boards associated with the Mavs, and that's Jaden Hardy.
Ooh. Okay, Jaden Hardy.
I feel like he got a little bit of everything if we're looking for a guy that can possibly come off the bench. I feel like right now, if we got rid of Tim Hardaway Jr. for some reason and we still wanted another guard that had potential off the bench to score beside Spencer Dinwiddie, I feel like he would have that potential. He can score, it looks like, at every level. I know sometimes I looked at his highlights and all, that he can get a little one-sided. As far as looking at the basket, like a Tim Hardaway, I guess, because that's what Tim Hardaway can do as well. But I feel like he has a multiple level potential, even at the rim and all, more than Tim Hardaway Jr. does. I feel like he can actually be like a CJ McCollum type guy, maybe not that good. Let's get to I saw his comparison being like a Gary Trent Jr., which is a guy that can hold the ball, handle the ball and shoot the ball and also play a little defense. So I like that, especially to be at a late selection, that late towards close to the second round, to get a guy that can do a little bit of everything like that. So he was the first guy on the list I had.
Yeah, he's on my list too. The dude, like you said, he can create. He's athletic. He's pretty quick. He's definitely somebody that can go and get his own. We've been talking about that before, man, with Dallas. That being one of their weaknesses is not having enough ball creators on the team. Enough guys that can go and get their own. If a play breaks down, they don't have to rely on Luka to bail them out on every play. They can go out there and get their own. Right now, he's playing for the G League Ignite team. Not too bad. It's a few negatives though. They said he's not really much of a playmaker. It's as if he has like tunnel vision. Now I don't know if that is something that he can kind of like work towards or whatever, or if it's like a little bit of that in his game and you just need to build onto that, or it's just like, look, he just gets buckets. Kind of like a Colin Sexton. Like Colin Sexton was never one of those guys that are going to set you up, but the dude can go out there and get you buckets. He can create his own. He can get you like 22 to 23 points a game. He kind of stops possessions a little bit too. And he's an inefficient scorer a little bit. He can get it, but it's not efficient, though. And usually whenever you see somebody say that he's an inefficient scorer, they usually mean that they're a volume scorer. It's pretty much they're a volume shooter. Now, like I said, I don't know if that's something that they can kind of build towards with him, can kind of work on him with. Because a lot of times, man, if that's what you are going into the league, a lot of times that's what you end up being is like a volume scorer or whatever.
Yeah.
So maybe him being in a certain system can probably help with that. But I said if Dallas wants to try to take that next step, man, they need to get more players like this that can go and create their own shots, man, and can help hit other teams' defenses in multiple ways.
Yep. I also throw in there real quick. It is more about the system with these guys. It's hard to predict because really I was watching the movie Hustle the other day, and the Adam Sandler movie, and he said even in the movie that it's the little things, the stuff we don't see on the highlights that decide if a player can be good or whatever. So right. I know he was playing on the G League Ignite or whatever. So he was basically a young guy trying to get his numbers. I feel like trying to, let guys see that he could be a
and that's what I was thinking too. Maybe what it is, but
yeah. So it's about the background. How is he a hard worker, which they say he is, and if he's able to take the coaching. So it's like Jason Kidd being able to fit in a system. He'd be playing for a winning team already, so it'd be a little different for him as far as him trying to get minutes. He'll be competing with guys like Trey Burke and all that, and if he can learn from like not doing things that Trey Burke did, and again, with Spencer Dinwiddie, if Spencer remains, Spencer would be the big guard, the ball handling guard that would play point guard, and I feel like he'd be the guy to be a two guard beside him as far as a guy that would just have to score, not to play make as much.
And with him too, I think he's one of those players too. You can just plug him in right now.
Yep.
Not saying he's gonna be Spencer Dinwiddie or Jalen Brunson or anybody, but I feel like he can be in the rotation. Getting at least like if it's the playoffs, he could probably get about 15 minutes. You know what I mean in the playoffs right now. You know what I'm saying? I think he'll be more of a contributor than what Josh Green was this year.
I think he'll get us definitely around like at least 6 to 8, like you said, playing 15 minutes or whatever like that. He'd get a 6 to 8. Yeah.
And if he's as hard of a worker as they say he is, I think his numbers will increase, like what Dodo's did. Mm-hmm. I think his numbers will increase throughout his career. You know what I'm saying? He'll get better each time or whatever. So.
Back here sneaking,
Sorry, man. You got anything else on him?
Nah, man. You basically said everything. And like I said, everybody I feel like I'm gonna pick today is basically a guy that we would have to throw him in right now and see if he's if he can help the team right now. These are no projects.
Listen, man, we talked about this before. Drafting where we're drafting, you have a better chance of having a guy that you can put in right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, like these guys. I know for me, the players that I picked, I guess spoiler alert. Most of the guys I have are wings. If one of them, I guess you can kind of count as a wing. He's considered a big man, but I got all wings, and the reason why that is because I feel like with the guard, the wings can come in and contribute a little bit more now than every other position. Because the point guards, you got to learn systems, you got to learn to set people up. With bigs, you got to know how to read offenses to try to stop them when they get to the rim and all that type of stuff. Yeah. But with wings, you just go out there and play your game. And so that's why I got on my list mostly wings. But me and you definitely have Jaden Hardy as one of our picks. What's the other one you got?
Number 2, I'm gonna go with, and this is the guy I actually think the Mavs should choose if we choose, and I think I'm swaying this way, and that's Marjon Beauchamp. I think this guy can be plugged in right away. I know I fall in love with the Josh Green type, but he reminds me of a longer, maybe more ready, prepared Josh Green. He has a little bit of a mid-range jumper, like I told you, I think Josh Green has. But I think he isn't as passive. I think he's a guy that's going to be cutting right away, like when we have Luka playing ISO ball and they're like doubling him and all. His cutting is a major part of his game. His shot isn't the highest percentage right now as far as 3 points, but I think that it'll increase. His shot doesn't look broken at all. I think it was just more of him just doing it at a different system or a different level plan for the G League last year. I just think all around, I think he's ready to be a defender right now, a possible lockdown defender type guy. And I think he makes our rotation off the bench. He makes the job easier. We talked about for like Dodo and Reggie Bullock. especially if he can knock down maybe like just a couple threes in a game, give us 6 points or so off the bench. Like you just said, 15 minutes, come in and play either wing position as far as defensively, possibly up to the 4, because I think he may still be growing, may get to that 6'7", 6'9" area in his height. He's a very long defender. So I actually like Marjon a lot, and I think he actually make the team successful right now.
Yeah, he's a high energy guy too.
Yep.
The thing is, I wonder if he could put on a little bit more weight, because at 6'7", like 195, like you need to put on. He need to be at least about 220. You know what I mean, to be that tall. Like you said, I think he could still be growing. So it's probably a chance that the dude ends up being like 6'7", maybe 6'8". Because remember what happened to LeBron. Because remember LeBron came in like 6'6", and that dude's like almost 6'9". So the thing with him is, man, he's a little turnover prone and kind of makes questionable decisions. Consistency is kind of his thing, which, like you said, he's young. So those type of mistakes are gonna probably end up happening when he's young. That takes growth. Not a bad ball handler, but when in traffic, it says that he can tighten it up, and of course his shot selection could be a little bit better too. But he is definitely a live body. He's an active player. Like I said, high energy guy, athletic, like you said. He can stretch the floor a little bit too. Loves cutting. That's the one thing too that I think we talked about, is finding people that can move without the ball, bro. That's the key too. Not just young athleticism, but people who can move without the ball. So that's another key. And I think, as a matter of fact, just kind of watching his scouting tapes, that's one thing I noticed out of him, man, is a lot of backdoor cuts and his moving without the ball, man. And that's key right there. Yep. If you want to be able to beat teams in multiple ways, you got to add that dimension, because we really didn't have anybody like that. It was guys just standing around, Luka just dribbling or whatever, or Jalen just dribbling, or Spencer just dribbling.
Yep.
Add a different dimension in there, man, which is why we've been talking about trying to get like a Zach LaVine, somebody who can move without the ball. But yeah, man, he's not bad. The two guys you just said there, Jaden Hardy and, of course, Beauchamp, both of these guys playing for the G League, decided to skip college and go straight to the G League. I think you were talking about that before the camera started rolling. That's where a lot of players, some of these like top candidates are starting to do now. They're starting to kind of go that G League route. We saw Jalen Green do it last year, and that he was successful with it. Thing with Beauchamp, I don't know if he's gonna make it down to 26. He might go a little higher, but listen, if he does fall down there, I would not be mad they picked him up. You know what I'm saying? I like him. 6'6", 6'7". I definitely like that pickup. Let's see. Let me try to give you one of mine here, man. I'm gonna sneak this one in on you. Actually, you know what? I think this is a guy. This is a guy that me and you had on our board. I can't pronounce his name, and I apologize.
I think it's Ochai Agbaji, I think is his name.
Okay, listen. And the reason why, shout out to Jay, because we were talking about this last night. He went to Kansas. That's his favorite team. So he was telling me that he don't think this guy's gonna fall down 26. And I've been reading up on a lot of like mock drafts, all that stuff. They got him around that range because if y'all saw at the bottom, he's a senior. And y'all know how it is, man. If you a senior, junior in college, man, that's a cuss word in the NBA. Like they like the guys to be 19 and 20 years old in the beginning of the draft. You know what I'm saying? And so they feel like when you're a senior, you're coming into the league, you're just way too old. So with that, him being in a system with Bill Shelf in Kansas, which is more of a pro offense, then on top of that, him being a senior, he is most definitely a guy you can just plug in right now. Yeah. Definitely a guy you can plug in right now. Listen, the guy is athletic as hell. I feel like he can guard the wing. He can put the ball on the floor there a little bit. Very strong for his position. He improved his 3-point field goals each year that he's been in college. He can definitely move the ball, can move without the ball. King, that's going to probably be these guards that I'm picking, or these wings that I'm picking, can move without the ball, King. That's going to be the key. We don't need you standing around. Can you move without the ball? That way they get Luka another option other than those threes standing in the corner. You know what I'm saying? So, he definitely a vertical lob threat. When last time we had a vertical lob threat at the wing, King?
Maybe
Yeah,
Josh Howard, maybe.
yeah, exactly. Now, what's the boy name? Marty, Bobois.
Oh, Roddy.
Yeah, Roddy. His last
Yeah,
time.
I guess Roddy Beaubois. Yep, Roddy Beaubois.
Roddy Bobois. But yeah, like I said, he can close out. Only thing is on his negatives, man. Like I said, him being a senior, I think there's some things you can kind of touch up. So I'm not really worried about it. Said he needs to be a more consistent shooter. He shot 30% from three as a freshman.
Yeah.
Said he must improve as a passer and create for others. Like I said, for you being a wing, we're not asking you to come in here and give us 7, 8, 9 assists.
No.
You can give us about 3 assists. We good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you saw how Golden State does it. Just everybody can hit you with a certain like about 3, maybe 4 assists.
Yeah.
You good. That's all we ask for. Just be able to move the ball around, man, and keep the offense going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they say he's an average free throw shooter. And shout out to Jay on this because he kind of mentioned this last night. He said he's a little passive. It's a little passive.
He has a good IQ though. These guys,
Yeah,
4 years.
that's the part.
Yeah, like you want to plug him in, even though he may not be good for another team that's young. A team like us having Luka and those guys, you want guys with high IQ. Like you said, you want to be able to plug him in, and I feel like he's going to have a high IQ already.
And on top of that, to have the development staff that we have, man, that'll bode well for him too. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, he's one of the picks I'm kind of leaning more towards, King. Like I said, I got a few more here, but yeah, he's one of the ones I'm definitely leaning towards, bro.
He was like Marjon for me. He's just more experienced. He's if you want to go to more
Yeah.
experience level. Like as far as the guy that's been there longer, that's probably more of a JB type level. If you want to go more raw, you go Marjon. So either way, I had him on my list as well, as you know.
But with him, like I said, I think he's more ready to be plugged in now than Marjon. I think Marjon needs still a little bit more tweaking. I think with him, I think he can get a little bit more minutes compared to what Marjon would be getting if he came over.
I feel like Marjon might have a higher ceiling though. Marjon.
I'm saying, yeah, Marjon got a way higher ceiling. Of course, because like I said, he's a senior, so he's kind of more closer to what he's gonna be coming into the league. So Marjon definitely had more of a ceiling. He's 19 or whatever, but with him, I feel like he can be plug him in right now. He can help right now and probably get more minutes than what Marjon would get right now. But yeah, you're right. But Marjon does have a higher ceiling. There's no question about that. Who else you got, man?
Next, I'm gonna go with a guy that's a little bit raw, but he fits something that we need right now, and that is
I know where you're going.
Ismael Kamagate, the Frenchman. He actually is very athletic, big guy. I saw him compared to DeAndre Ayton. I don't feel like you should compare his moves weren't as raw as far as like he has this little spin move he does in the paint and tries to score, but he's not really a post up scorer from what I've seen. But he's a guy that gives you a bunch of energy. He runs around, lob threat, pick and roll guy for Luka. He's a guy that can defend the rim, can jump out the gym. The only thing about him is that right now, but this is young, being a young big man is what they say. He fouls a lot, so he does. But he can move his feet as far as guards and things like that. So I think that's just development, like I said, and playing with a system and getting, team chemistry as far as team defense and knowing what you need to do. But I feel like he's a guy that can definitely come in and possibly do Dwight Powell's position and, become a better Dwight Powell within a year, maybe two. So that's the guy I saw that was a late center that I felt like they can do a little bit of what Dwight Powell already does, but more extreme and do more things that we need Dwight Powell to do.
Now I know this ain't gonna be popular what I'm about to say, but he kind of, from what I saw, he reminds me of Mo Bamba.
How we feel.
And I know why you picked him, because you love Mo Bamba. You got the jersey on right now under the shirt. The thing too about him is he's not a great shot blocker. Now I don't know if that's something that he can work his way into. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what system he's in. Because matter of fact, look at Ayton. Ayton is not a great shot blocker, but he is a solid defender in the paint.
Yep.
And so this guy here has more potential of being a better defender than DeAndre Ayton does. So not necessarily having you just want to be some type of threat around the rim.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you said, footwork. So the fact that he's almost 22, that doesn't scare you?
Nah, No, I'm not really worried about him because, well, big men don't worry about injuries. Like I don't really need him to do a bunch of more development. Like unless we wanted him to be a DeAndre Ayton type guy and get us and score in the post and all. If I'm talking about just running, picking, and rolling, then no. 22,
Right.
being almost 22 is fine for what he's going to be asked to do.
How was his defense on switching?
His defense looked fine. Like he can get lost at times as far as, but that's youth. Again, being a big man and being young as far as not collapsing to the right man and all. But I feel like with guys on the floor that's yelling at him like a dodo and all, pointing him directions, he just needs that guidance. I feel like he's a body. He can move quick enough. And if he has guidance around him, I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, and that's why I was saying about the whole drafting wings at that position, because with bigs, like I said, bigs and point guards are the two that they need to develop the most when they come into the league, because it's a completely different game from what college was or even overseas. With him, I feel like it's gonna take him maybe a year, maybe two. Not everybody gonna come in. I know he's from France. He's not gonna come in and be Rudy Gobert. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want people like, oh, he came from France too. Like Rudy, so that's Rudy. Like no, that's not Rudy. Rudy was a top pick. Well, not top pick. He was around that range.
Yeah, he was.
But Rudy had freakishly crazy measurables, though. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, with him, I don't see him coming in this. I could probably see him getting the White Power minutes in the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? He's the most of the project that I had in the lineup, but he's just a big guy. So
yeah,
I'm sitting there. So he is definitely, like I said, a year or two away. I don't think he's the guy. But it's not much to fill Dwight Powell's spot. That's what I'm saying. Like he could, with a year worth of playing him, by the end of the year, be like, well, put him in and stop playing Dwight Powell completely.
Right. Or just trade Dwight Powell.
Absolutely. There you go.
You think he's better than what Moses Brown was?
Yes, I think he's better than Moses Brown is right now.
Yeah, Moses Brown had what do you call that, lottery potential at one point before he got drafted.
Moses Brown is a raw prospect as far as he has the movement. Like you can see he can move, he can jump, he can do things. So you're like, okay, if he can get it, he'll be okay. I feel like he already has some of the things already as far as Ismael, like the running, the lob threat. Like he already has it in his game. That isn't really, he doesn't have to learn that as much. So it's really like knowing an NBA's defense and that type of stuff that he has to learn. I feel like more than Moses Brown. Moses Brown was just a complete prospect in general.
Yeah, you're right. All right, man, go ahead and give us your last guy, King.
I'm at last. I thought I had two.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, two more?
I might not. No, I have one more guy. You're right.
Yeah, one more. Yeah, go ahead and give us your last guy.
My last guy is Mr. Nikola Jovic. And this one is kind of like a prospect in a way. I didn't know much about him. I know guys did say on the show before part of the Glow game, told us to check him out and look at him. He has skill. I'm not going to lie to you. He has skill. He has ball. I mean, like, bro, this guy can dribble the ball. Like, I mean, moves off the dribble, pull up threes at 6'11". I'm talking about Kevin Durant type of ability. And I ain't trying to go crazy as far as like players, overseas and highlight packages and all. But this guy's went against like Chet Holmgrens and all. He played against these guys and put up his own numbers and all. He's 6'11". He's like 230. He's not the greatest defender right now, obviously, but I feel like it's more of a project. This is like if you wanted to try, we talk about Nikola Jovic joining up with Luka Doncic one day, and that he may have deficiencies on defense and things like that, but how would it work as far as playmaking and having two skilled guys at your point guard and your center position? If he falls that low and you're able to get him, like this guy could be another second round, late first round Nikola Jovic, like a guy that's just guys afraid to take the opportunity on, and he could possibly be something nice. I know with Europeans, I talked to you before the show and said that it's all about them basically just having a heart and not letting it be taken by guys in the NBA, because that's half the battle. When you come in the league, guys are going to try to bully you and push you around and punk you. And if you can actually take it and be okay and still try to develop and play your game, then you've won half the battle. And I think playing with a guy like Luka Doncic and other guys, foreign guys our team already. Would help him out big time. And as I said, he's just skilled, man. Like the guy is skilled. When I'm talking about offense, I'm talking about driving to the rim and finishing. I'm talking about dribbling the ball in between guys. I'm talking about assists
for a
6'11" guy. Yeah, and he's 230. So he's probably gonna get a little heftier and all that. Like he's not a little dude. I don't know if he's gonna go this low. From what I've seen, I'm like, I don't understand why a team wouldn't try this man and give him the chance. But if he does, like, I just feel like the upside is too much. Like you would have to draft him because he may not fit prototypically with what you want to do, but he probably is the best player out of these guys that I've mentioned as far as Purley, the most skilled and could be the best player. So that's why I had him on the list.
So you think he got more upside than Beauchamp?
Yeah, I think this dude can be like this dude nice. Like I mean, he has the skill to be. We talk about a Tony Kukoc type guy.
Yeah,
like that level, but I really think he's more skilled than Tony Kukoc is, because Tony Kukoc couldn't handle the ball. I feel like at the level that this guy can dribble and all. If he really is,
I don't know. Tony can handle the rock.
I feel you, but Tony wasn't handling him like Scottie Pippen. And I'm telling you, this guy out here like handling him like he's Scottie Pippen out here. So I think they call him. He looks like his name looks like his Joker almost. It's basically one letter away. This guy plays like he's Joker, man. Like he plays kind of like the Joker. He's been same place Serbia and all that. So it's probably one of his idols, being the Joker. You know how Luka feels with the Joker. Like I just felt that the skill set, man, would be just something nasty at the. You're playing power forward. We have a weakness at the power forward position. We talked about that all year. You play him at power forward.
Being able to get some scores from that position, consistent scoring,
Bro, like I take this guy. I think he could be. He probably won't be as good as Maxi Kleber defensively, obviously, but he'd be an upgrade over Maxi as the offensive position if we can get him coming off the bench or something like that.
Listen, like I said before, if you can get guys to be able, the more guys you can put on the floor with Luka, they can go and get their own, the better it is for Luka.
Yep.
When you start talking about what he can do on offense, I started thinking of Christian Wood.
Yep.
Playing about that same size, playing that same position, being able to go get his own. If you can kind of compare him to Christian Wood, if you can be a Christian Wood-esque type player, bro, hey, the dude gonna be good, man. I'm with you. With him, Tony Kukoc's comparison to me. If a lot of y'all probably too young to remember Tony Kukoc, but if you get a chance, matter of fact, Hall of Famer Tony Kukoc. Go back and look back and look at his YouTube videos, man. Tony was nasty, man. That's what I kind of thought Dirk was when he came out of into the league. I thought he was gonna be Tony Kukoc. Yeah, because he could shoot like Tony. Because Tony was really Luka way before Luka. You know what I'm saying? He just didn't have the hype behind it like that. And of course, he was the sixth man for the Bulls when they won 3. He got 3 rings with the Bulls. I should say he didn't get 6. He got 3. He part of that second three-peat with the Bulls. Like you said, the defense is going to be the key for him, man. That seems to be a lot of like the negatives when it comes to foreign players, especially European players. It's just the defense. Maxey is probably one of the few that can actually go out there and hold his own on defense. And I think with Maxey, I think he had to go out there and play defense because that's the way he's going to stay in the league. Guys like Jokic and Luka and Nikola does when you talk about now. All of those guys can hit you in multiple ways on offense, so they're gonna have a long-standing career because of that. But as far as defense, man, you know what I'm saying, it's something maybe he can work on. Maybe it's one of those things where you get him into a certain system, he can thrive a little bit on defense. Hopefully that's the case. I wouldn't mind taking a look at him, man. But I think he's one of those players too. I think the Spurs are going to try to jump on him.
That's what I'm worried about, the San Antonio Spurs as well.
Yeah,
I do think his footwork on defense is better than Luka's and Nikola's already as far as a Joker.
Yeah,
I feel like he can move already laterally better than those two can already. So I mean, if he falls that low, man, like you have to. I just think you have to swing on that guy and then take the chance on him because his upside is just.
Hold on, that King. So if it was him on because you high on Beauchamp, bro.
I'm high on Beauchamp, but I'm telling you.
So what for them guys to fall? Who are you getting?
Beauchamp fits like I feel like he fits what we need like perfectly. But like if we drafted this late and we have the chance to get you, always go for best player. That's always my philosophy. You want best player because not only is it about your fit and being able to play in the system and win championships, but if I need to trade you, we're talking about assets and all as well. So
right.
I just think his ability, man, his what he can possibly do on the basketball court, you have to draft that guy if he's available.
Okay.
If he is what he is, we got a good overseas scouting department and all. So if they don't pick him, then
I don't know if we still got that same scouting department.
I know it's
Donnie gone. And Donnie was picking him up. Oh yeah, get him in here. Like Donnie said, yeah, then yeah, you know what I'm saying. And I would not be arguing, bro, because Donnie been on it. Okay, King. All right. So let's see. Like I said, you already picked two of mine's, Boho and Jaden Hardy are the two I picked, bro. I want you to check this guy out that I looked up, bro. This guy's nice. This is Kendall. Listen, if you have not had a chance to look at his scouting tape, bro, go look at his scouting tape, King. I'm telling you right now.
He look explosive. That's all I'm saying. He explosive.
Listen to me, bro. The dude's long too, King. He's long. As a matter of fact, let's see. So with him, bro, he can move without the ball too. Mm-hmm. He can go at multiple positions. They say that he has the potential, and I like to hear this: the potential of being an all NBA defensive team player, bro. Mm-hmm. So he can switch. Can't we talk right now? I'm so hyped on this dude. He can switch on defense, right, and go out multiple positions. Can handle the ball too. Like he's not like Kyrie or anything. It's not a lot of Kyries in the league, but he's not like Kyrie with the handle. But he can handle the ball. He can tighten that up a little bit. You got Shimgar for that reason. Like I said, he can cut, can move without the ball. Like I said, all these guys I'm naming off can move without the ball, King, and that's the most important part of this whole process, bro. Is you being able to move without the ball. They're adding youth, they're adding athleticism, they're adding length, they're adding defense, and they're adding ball creation. People that can go and create their own shot, bro. That's what we're looking for here. Like you said, if we do get rid of a Tim, it'd be nice to get one of these type of guys that can fill his position, bro, and that way that they can go and get their own. Because Tim still needs to be set up a little bit too. I mean, Tim can create for himself, but not the level that we need him to create. Because when I say create, you also need to, like Josh Green. Josh Green is able to set people up too. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we want. Not saying you got to go out there and get your 10, 11 assists or anything, bro, but hey, if it comes to it, you can be able to assist players too. Playing for a physical team like Baylor. If y'all know Baylor's team, Baylor's a physical defensive team. Yep. That right there is a key too, King. If you play for a physical defensive system, bro, what are you gonna do in Dallas?
Yeah, you're gonna be physically. There
you go. You get a guy like that, get a billion in the bag, bro, that can help it make his life a whole lot easier, bro. That way he can be aggressive on the perimeter, bro, on defense with Dodo and Reggie.
Yeah.
Bro, 6'7", King.
That's what I see. That's that length, man. There's gonna be a team of just length. We talked about that during the season, getting guys just interchangeable.
And one thing too, you always talked about transition, getting guys that can be a one man. He can do that. He can operate in transition.
Okay, so you saying he handled the ball better than Tim Hardaway?
Yeah.
Already?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
So yeah, like I said, he's one of my picks right now, bro. Like as far like, I would not mind. Now, the thing is, with the stuff I just told you, I don't know if he'll make it to 26.
That's what I was going to ask you. Why is he dropping so low?
So he's a reluctant shooter.
Okay.
And also, he can work a little bit on his mid-range game, which is crazy to me, bro, that all of a sudden these scouting reports are talking about the mid-range. Yep. Like I thought mid-range was, according to the analytics, I thought mid-range wasn't important.
Yeah.
So now you want to focus on the mid-range now. But, yeah, him being a better shot creator, too.
Okay.
He's shown tiny bits of potential in that. Like, my thing is, if you show potential in it, that means you can build on it. like if you cut say you a center that's like strictly in the paint. I'm not asking you to go out here and ball him on top of the key and cross cats up and pull up like Joel Embiid or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't show that potential, then chances are you're not gonna be able to do it. Yep. But if you're showing the potential to be able to do it, and with this coaching staff that we have, the way they can develop people, look at Jalen Brunson, look at Dodo, look how they develop these guys and make them take that next step. Like I feel like with that, they can help build onto that to where that strengthens your potential. Like I said, you got a guy to go in here and help you with your handles and stuff like that. Yeah. And then you got this developmental coaching staff. So I like him. I like him. Like I said, long, athletic, can switch the fan. That's what we need. We already feel that Dodo has all NBA defensive potential. You get another all defensive potential guy here, bro. What is that going to do to your defense, Kenny?
That's what I said already. If you get a guy on the bench that's an all type defensive guy,
yes. Put him in with what's the boy named Spencer Dinwiddie.
Yeah.
Let him run in with Spencer Dinwiddie, whoever else y'all gonna have off the bench, man. It's like a power trio or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that he nice, bro. He nice.
I'm gonna check him out, definitely.
So I got two more. Let's see which ones I want first. Let me go ahead and get into him. I know this is the one guy that a lot of the Mav Glow gang been throwing out. It seems like on every show. I think y'all gonna be excited for the guy I pick on this one, and it's EJ Liddell. So EJ, to me, has the potential to be a small ball center. Now he's 6'7" or whatever, right? But he plays bigger than 6'7". He's in that Draymond Green range, kind of tier. Kind of like that Draymond, PJ Tucker type. They're undersized center, but they play bigger than what they are. Yeah. Excuse me. He's not elite at anything, but he's very solid at everything. If that makes sense.
Yes.
So for me, if you're very solid, that means you have something to build on. You can tune some things up and get better at whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be shooting or rebounding or low post or whatever. I feel like you can build onto that. The guy can handle the ball a little bit. I've seen him go coast to coast a few times on a few of his scouting reports, so he can handle the ball. Like I said, I think he is more in the vein of Draymond Green. Like he can pass, he can handle the ball, he can create for himself a little bit, like Draymond can. Only thing is he's not reluctant to shoot like Draymond is. His athleticism on his footwork is a little lax, okay, which means like he can kind of get beat out the dribble a little bit more up top of the key. Which, like I said, he's shown the potential. And like I said, you're in the wheelhouse of a PJ Tucker who's a good defender and a Draymond who's a good defender. I feel like that's something you can build on. Like I said, size. You're not looking for him to start. I kind of wish he was more like a Bam, because Bam is a lot more athletic and can create a little bit more than what he can. But like I said, he has the potential to do that. I feel like he will be a little bit more reliable once groomed than what Dwight Powell, because he actually can shoot from the outside. So
I've seen a little bit about him. My only fear is that I feel like with him, we would need to have a center already, because I definitely want him to come off. I want him to come off the bench behind the center, because my fear is I feel like with the center position right now, we need rebounding, and that's my only fear as far as having him starting. Or it wouldn't really help us at the rebounding part.
He's a good shot blocker too. He led the Big Ten in shot blocks. So there you go. That's a key right there too. Like I said, had the potential to be, like I said, a PJ Tucker or a Draymond Green type of defensive player, especially with the blocks and all that, and being a rim protector and all that, low center of gravity.
The power forward. We just keep forgetting about the power forward position. You don't think he can play power forward?
So they're saying that he can be a pick and pop four.
That's what I'm saying. If you get a pick and pop four,
but I don't know. His game is more of a center though. Like this was 2000, like this was like 99 or 2002, whatever. And he was like, he'd be a power forward. But like today, this style of game fits him more as a center.
What does power forward really do?
Power forward stretch now. Like Nikola is a power forward because of what he can do. Be able to put the ball on the floor a little bit. He can stretch and be a consistent outside shooter. You know what I'm saying? Like centers are more like what he is. Like Bam. Bam is like 6'7", 6'8". Yeah. He's a center though. You know what I'm saying? And so like if he had he was, trying to give you an example. But yeah, we could like shoot more consistently as far as like being able to that be a threat. You know what I mean? Like he can shoot, but it's not really a threat of him shooting out there. You know what I'm saying? Like right now.
Because I'm thinking of him being like a point forward. If you're saying he has a little bit of Draymond and all of them, why can't he run the point forward?
Not right now. Not right now. Let him work into that or whatever. Like don't let him come out the gate trying to be a little bit of that. Just be within the system. Let us groom you up, and then eventually we'll probably lead to something like that. Where like when I talk about more of a Draymond type player, I mean like for his defense and his versatility. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So, but he can pass a little. He can pass a little bit. Like he's not incompetent when it comes to passing. Okay. If that makes sense.
I understand.
Yeah. That he's the one big that I trust. Okay. Out of all the bigs to come in and probably contribute right now. Matter of fact, he kind of remind me of what was the boy name that we had in a two-way? And he got hurt. Amari, yeah, like somebody like him, but bigger. Like, but he played like under the basket, more of a power forward. What's the boy that played for Utah? That's a free agent.
Royce O'Neal.
No, not Royce O'Neal. The dude.
Dark Favors, right?
No, he was the one who came in and played the small ball five. He's one of the ones we talked about on the free agent list. And we was like, I don't know about giving him a minimum.
It wasn't Favors?
No. He played with Brunson in Villanova. The powerful. What's that boy name, man? I'm blanking on his name.
I'm thinking of Bojan. I'm like, he's not.
No, he didn't play the whole entire series. Remember when they decided to go small on us in the Utah series? He played the five. And it was like, why didn't they keep him in there to play the five longer? He went to Villanova. No. He played the five. He wasn't there. He played the whole entire series. Remember, he played in that one spurt where Utah was coming back. He played Villanova with Jalen Brunson.
I can't think right now. Soon as you tell me, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah.
I cannot think of that boy's name right now, man. Chat, gotta help me out with this name, man. I'm blanking on his name right now. But yeah, but he can be somebody like kind of like that, bro. But yeah, that's what I got on him. And last but not least, King. Last but not least, this one right here. Shout out to DDP because I saw him talk about this guy too. This boy gonna be nice right here, man. This is Wendell Moore Jr. from Duke. Say he's 6'5". He looks longer than 6'5". He kind of reminds me of a more not polished. What's the word I'm looking for? He kind of the way he's built. He kind of reminds me of THT from LA. I got you. The way he's built. Yeah, Taylor Horton Tucker. To me, man, I feel like he is one of those guys too, especially for Duke. You can plug him in right now. Plug him in right now. And I think he could be a contributor for this team right now. I'm leaning more towards getting him in the draft, King. If we end up keeping that pick, I'm leaning more towards drafting him. The boy nice.
You already know Duke players good for role players. You want to come and be a role player?
And can fill a role right now? Oh, yeah. And he's a junior. So, like we said, juniors and seniors, at that part of the draft, you feel more comfortable, especially with wings. You feel more comfortable with them coming in right now, contributing right now. He's offensively versatile. He can play up to three positions, depending on the situation. So he can play a little bit of a four if you want to go small. And plus, slasher to the rim, King. That's going to be the main theme for all the guys I pick. Can move without the ball, can create on his own, bro. And I'm talking about break catch down from the top of the key. He's very strong. That's a good thing. That means you can take contact as you're going to the basket. The one thing that he needs to improve on, King, is his shooting. That's it.
Okay. I was going to ask you, why is he late and why is he a junior?
Now, That's a good point. Because usually whenever you see these guys that come out as juniors and seniors, if you start looking at their numbers start increasing as they go on in their college careers. And a lot of times, like the freshman and sophomore years aren't good enough to where they think they can come out and be drafted or whatever. Mess around and be like a second round or be undrafted or whatever. So with him, his numbers got better, especially this year, his junior year. So he felt like this year, okay, now I'm good enough to come out or whatever. So
how old is he? Like 20?
I think 21. 20. No, 20 going on 21. So
that's not too bad. That's not too bad.
No, it's not too bad. Like I said, 21. Jalen is what, 22?
Jalen might be 25 now, man. Because Luka's 23.
Oh, he did play 3 years.
Might be 25 now, man.
Okay. Damn. Okay. That's wild. That makes sense.
That's another thing to think about when you talk about his contract and all. Jalen Brunson's 25.
So he already his prime.
It's about what it's going to be right now. Man.
Pretty much to his prime, yeah. Dang, that's crazy. But yeah, with him, man, I like him, King. I think you can plug him in right now.
Okay.
I definitely think you can plug him in right now. But yeah, so out of all those guys, you think Beauchamp is the best one for you, huh?
Yeah, I think I'm leaning towards Beauchamp. I just like him already playing in the G League, playing professionally already. I just think if you plug him in right now, he's going to be more ready. I feel like he's going to be energy guy that can come in and probably average like 1.5 steals, maybe 1 block a game. Like I think he's
right.
Could be that good. And against slasher, I think he'll definitely get 10 points. He kind of reminds me of a Josh Howard in a way. Wow, like I think a guy where he can go in there and just get buckets off of movement and just not calling him anything and just go score.
And Josh Howard played 4 years.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
For me, man, it's a toss up between Wendell Moore or Kendall Brown. I'm leaning more towards Kendall Brown. But Wendell Moore, I feel like, has a little less to work on than Kendall Brown, but Kendall Brown is longer. And I like his athleticism, man. That dude gonna be nice, man. That's if he falls down to 26. I don't know, with his potential, he might go before us, man. So
yeah, you definitely going from guys that can score right now. My guy's a little bit of a little bit raw as far as the prospect. I just think I think the raw parts are parts that we can work on. I feel like the parts that he already has are parts that would definitely help us right away.
Exactly. Well, yeah, those are our picks, guys, for guys we hope the Dallas Mavericks look at with that 26th pick here in the upcoming draft here in a couple of weeks. So there's our opinions. Go ahead and let us know, guys, what y'all think. We're going to get ready to get into the questions and comments section, guys. You already know how this works. If you have any questions or any comments towards us, hit us with that WTM, guys, so that way we can know that you're addressing us and not one of the fellow Glow Gang members in the chat. So, Key, you ready, man?
Yeah, before you start, though, let me ask you this question. What's your prediction on it? What do you want to do? If you had the choice right now, are you drafting or are you trading?
Oh, I still want to trade.
You're trading, okay. Yep, I'm same right now. I take the trade.
Oh, hold on, let me turn my volume high.
Raul always out here trying to speak to the people, yeah.
There we go. Hey, y'all, let me know if that works. What am I do? Oh, so yeah, King, you first or me?
I can run first. That's fine. We got K-Dub. Christian on here saying, did you see that Luka got some problems with his insurance to play in the qualifiers in Eurobasket? And his contract is bigger now. Also, did you see him starting to work out on his IG? I did see that he started working out on his IG, doing the moves and all. I didn't know it was a problem. Hopefully they get that situated and all so he can go play and take care of it. But I did see him working out, though, Christian.
Hold on. So he can't play in qualifiers?
I don't know if he can't play. He's saying maybe, but he's saying it's something as far as something. So I don't know if he's saying he can't play or it's just like problems he has, like hiccups.
Okay. Mount says, Glow Gang, yes, sir. I'm going to read the next one. EJ Liddell, he's 6'7", 230. He can jump. However, the only thing he needs to work on is his shot. He said, but he can develop in time. He's the guy I would want, but we would probably get taken already. I can still see EJ kind of falling around that range, though. because of some of the stuff you just said, Logan. He still has a lot of things that he needs to work on. Shot, he has the potential to have a consistent outside shot anywhere from 15 to maybe 18 feet. He can shoot threes. It's not his strength right now. But for me, if I can see you do it enough, then I feel like it's something that you can build on. So, yeah, I definitely he's one of the ones, like I said, I feel like we can take at that position.
K-Dub asks, was Luka in the movie Hustle? No, K-Dub, he was not. The star of the show, Hernan Gomez, was a beast. He was basically he's a co-star with Adam Sandler.
I think they say he had a cameo in the movie, though, because they're talking about it on Twitter.
I didn't see Luka unless I missed it. I know Anthony Edwards and all that was in there. I didn't see it. Well, maybe
he had a big role. They say he had like a little cameo because he was on the phone or whatever. It took somebody took a screenshot of it on Twitter.
Maybe I wasn't paying attention to him, but I didn't see it. But
I haven't seen it yet. We're gonna see it though, probably a little bit later. So we still gotta watch The Boys too, episode 3. Yeah,
it was good though. It's a good movie.
Lai says, "What's up, my G's? Just wishing you guys a good pod. I'm at work." He said, "I'm at work. Oh, won't be watching this live. Appreciate it, live, man. Just come back and watch us later, man."
Yeah.
Oh, your boy
Johnny B saying he likes Jake LaRavia from Wake Forest, a 6'9", sing with a good all-around game and can play some defense. I think he'll be on the board for Dallas. Let us know a little bit more about him, Johnny. I gotta check him out.
Yeah, I think I saw he was one of the ones I should have looked at.
It was
I just thought, bro. Yeah,
it's supposedly.
Yeah, it's deep, bro. You're right.
Yeah.
Cause I was so fixated with the wings, bro. Cause like it was so many wings that I started scouting. I'm just like, bro. And like I said, my thinking is I feel like the wings you can plug them in right now without any issues. I'm not saying you don't have any issues, but they're more ready now because they're asked to do less as far as like other responsibilities, as far as like setting somebody up or being able to read the defenses at the back of being the last line of defense, all that type of stuff for centers. So that's why I was like, man, the wings, you just come out there and just stay in front of your guy, be athletic or whatever, and just help with athleticism and being able to cut to the baskets and all that stuff.
Bro, that helps. That helps the Mavericks out big time, though, with the draft being deep, because that means the 26th pick is worth something, which means these teams at the bottom and all will be willing to trade for stuff using that 26th pick.
Which is why I heard a lot of rumors of people saying that Dallas could trade back with like OKC or Orlando and get multiple picks by trading back. Yeah, because the draft is so deep.
Yeah.
Johnny said we're gonna discuss that DSJ video I sent y'all earlier. He still got it. He deserves another chance here, even if it's 10 minutes off the bench.
It's not happening, Johnny. It's done.
Yeah, I'm off that. We did see the video, but I think I'm moving on from DSJ, man. I wish him luck on his next endeavor, though. But yeah,
absolutely. Johnny says we'll continue. I saw a trade on Locked On Mavs. Earlier where the Mavs trade Sterling Brown.
Oh, Sterling, yeah.
And Josh Green and Burke and the 26th pick to Sacramento for Holmes and they 2 seconds. What y'all think? I don't know if Sacramento does that one, Johnny. I hear you, but like
I would do it, but I don't know if they'll do it.
They're going to give up. So they get the 26th pick to give up 2 of their earlier second round picks, and to give us Holmes. And to take on 3 guys. The
only positive about that, I would say, they'll have an earlier pick, and they'll be able to shed cap space from that trade.
I mean,
with a young talent in Green to add to that wing depth.
What are they doing though? So if they shed, it's not like, do they have to shed cap space? Like, are they at that point?
Well, remember I told you, I think a couple videos ago about their thinking. They're trying to find a different type of center from Holmes, because Holmes and Sabonis played the similar styles. Yeah. It's the same way with when Sabonis and Miles Turner, which remember for long they kept saying they had to trade one of those guys because their styles are too similar.
Yeah.
And so they were going to try to get a center that's more perimeter oriented, not perimeter oriented, but can stay more on the perimeter to let Sabonis operate in the paint. And so with that, and then Holmes kind of voicing his displeasure right now with Sacramento. Like I said, with Berg and Sterling,
you don't think they can get more than that? Is what I'm saying. Like for Holmes, like that's.
Yeah, they probably can. They probably can. But like for that scenario, I can see them as far they will get a 26 pick. They will give up their 2 second picks to move up further in the draft, which we just talked about. Around that range, you can get somebody that can contribute right now.
Yeah.
So they'll get that 26 pick. Burke and Sterling, they can both just cut them and take them off their books. And then Green is a young talent. So I can see that. I can see that.
I'm just saying, like, so usually I feel like when a team does that, they have to, cut for cap. I feel like is Sacramento at that point now where they might be touching the luxury tax?
I mean, there's only like 4 or 5 teams that's not over the salary cap, so probably so.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Wendell says, your boy. Yeah. He said he would be a great draft pick, and in time could develop into an outstanding center.
Yeah, Wendell. It's just time. The only thing with him, like I said, he's gonna take a little bit of time. I feel like, a year might get him there where he could be a starting center. If so, in a year he could be better than Dwight Powell, but that's still not what we need. If that makes sense. Like I don't still think he'll be good enough to be what we want him to be. So that'll be, I feel like, a project will take over time, a few years.
Yeah, that's true. Big homie, what's good, man? He said he likes, I can't pronounce this guy's name, but he said he likes him more than Ismael. Yeah, I wrote his name down too, big homie. I'm gonna check him out too, because everybody y'all naming off, we're gonna definitely look into it.
Yeah, it's a lot of people, y'all. I've seen it was a ton of folks that was up there as far as possibly the Mavs getting. So y'all probably gonna tell us a bunch of folks we don't even know yet. Like that's how deep it is.
Man, and to be honest with you, bro, this might be the deepest I've ever seen the draft.
Yeah, it's pretty deep.
In a long time, bro. Like to the point that we're reaching to the second round.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, yeah. So you're right, man. Johnny B said, what do y'all think about Utah trying to steal Sweeney from us? We already lost Igor. If he's gone, who would y'all want to replace him? To be honest with you, I don't think he's going to Utah. Because Utah got a whole lot of other names on that list right now ahead of Sweeney that I think they will pick. Like a Terry Scott's for example. So I'm not really worried about that. I think Sweeney will be back.
Yeah, I think he will too.
Let's see.
Dark Salt saying he fixed the audio. I don't know what's going on. I can hear
it. Yeah, let me know if I had fixed it or not, because I'm not even sure. Because it sounds normal on our end. All right, let's see. Logan says, might be off topic, but my top 5 in the NBA are Giannis, Luka, Jokic, Kawhi, and when healthy, and Joel Embiid. What do y'all think? Giannis and Luka is a coin toss.
My only, I guess my only question mark in there would probably be Kawhi. Like I feel like I don't know why I'm not the guy where somebody gets injured and they hold their spot. Like when a guy gets injured, you got to come back and prove you're still in your spot because the injury, he didn't just have a twisted ankle; he had a torn ACL. So, last time we saw him, but last time we saw him that year as well, LeBron James was argued as a top 5 player. So he's a year older and all that. So I wouldn't put Kawhi there right now. I would hold off on, though we know Kawhi's a beast. But the other 4, I feel like are the 4. And on my back right there, I know the superstars posted, but I feel like they're the guys that's basically the superstars right now in the NBA.
Yeah, I'm surprised you don't have KD in there or what's the boy name? Steph Curry in there.
I don't think either one of them top 5 myself either.
No, I'm just saying I'm surprised. Like usually that'd be like 2 givens right there. You know what I'm saying? As far as who they would pick.
I might put Jason Tatum in there. I think the All-NBA first team is probably the top 5 best players in the NBA. Maybe excluding who made it on first? Devin Booker.
Yeah, that's why I was waiting on it.
You put Joel Embiid instead of Devin Booker in there. That's probably the top 5 players in the NBA.
Issue.
We got a Mount saying I'm glad you guys are paying attention to the draft because I'm not. If anyone asks what you think about the draft, I say, what do you think? Then I agree. You want to go get a Wendy's? Nah, amount. We had to check it out. Amount. I wasn't big on it. I had to do some research and all. I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah, it's a few guys, man. When I actually sat down and watched it, it was like it's a few guys there that may help us out that we shouldn't miss out on as far as swinging.
Yeah, that like I said, man, the draft is one of my favorite times of the year, man. So I definitely got to pay attention to it, especially if these kind of players are what going to build towards the future, not just for the Mavericks, but for the NBA in general. So that's why I'm just like, I definitely pay attention to it, man. I used to go to the draft parties when I was younger, all that stuff, man. I remember when I was a kid, man, when we went to the Reunion Arena for a draft party. It's when the Mavs drafted Cherokee Parks. Bro, I will never forget it, man. My pops was so mad. That's when they wanted us to draft Big Country Reeves. That's what I kept hearing people in the crowd saying. Big Country Reeves, Big Country Reeves.
A Shaq boy.
And, yeah. And when they ended up drafting Cherokee Park, man, everybody was mad. It was like a full mass exodus, man, from the stadium, bro. Everybody left. It was mad, bro. It was crazy. I ain't gonna never forget that. Yeah, Big Homie says Dodo played for now. So yeah, somebody like that can stretch the floor a little bit better, man. So
they plug Dodo in. Dodo is just a plug and play player. He just does whatever you need him to do, wherever you need him. But we still weak at the power. I mean, if I asked you guys before the season to name power forwards on the team, who would you guys name?
Probably Dodo.
I wouldn't even name before the season. I'd have thought Dodo was playing at 3.
Oh yeah. Eric Pascal, that's his name. That's what. Thank you, Chris. I couldn't remember his name.
Pascal. Yep.
That's what he kind of remind me of.
Art Pascal. You're right. Good job, Chris.
You said great show. Yeah, if I say let me know if it's better now, because I turned it down. So let me know if it's better now. Let's see. Yeah, Eric Pascal. Yeah. Johnny says, yeah, the Spurs will 1,000 take Jovic. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jovic. Yeah. If he's on the board for them, yeah, he's a Popovich type of guy. Yeah. K Dub said, who you guys trading for? I don't have a particular guy in my head right now, but definitely want somebody that can come in and contribute right now. Because right now, if you think about it, whoever we pick up is going to be better than whoever the 26th pick is right now. Not for the future, but right now. That can contribute right now.
I want DeAndre Ayton, but you already know that. You skipped over.
I think he meant for the 26th pick, I think.
Oh, 20. I mean.
Oh, if you talking about just trade straight up, then, I mean, yeah, probably like the DeAndre Ayton or Zach LaVine or something.
Yeah. Don't forget Micah though above him.
Oh, my bad. He said, "Are y'all as annoyed as I am by as many people wanting Rudy Gobert?" Yes. Look, Rudy Gobert making entirely too much money, entirely too much money. So no, I'm good on Rudy. Like if Rudy was making like Miles Turner money. Oh yeah, I jump in there. I get him. But other than that, like, nah, I can't, man. Like, he's making way too much money.
Bro, DeAndre Ayton gonna make less than Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
Let that one sink in. I'd much rather DeAndre Ayton than Rudy Gobert.
Yeah. K-Dub says, if the Slovenian Basketball Federation don't sort the insurance out for Luka, which costs $100,000, and Dragic, which costs $15,000, probably Luka has to perform this on
pay out his own
pocket. Pay out his own money.
If he got to pay out his own pocket, $100K, $115K, they're gonna pay that. Luka's gonna pay that to play for his team. Watch.
Oh, and he says Luka and them might not be able to play.
I hope he does. I mean, just because I know how big it is for him. I know we don't want him to play because it's better for him to. But it seems like his mind, though, like you don't want stuff to mess with Luka's head. As far as like him feeling like he let people down and all, which could put him into a spiral and make him gain 30 pounds in 2 weeks.
We hope not, bro.
Yeah.
Let's see. Logan says, honestly, you think Luka not playing in the summer is better for him? He needs to work more on his game and get some rest. I want Luka healthy next season so he can win that MVP. Yes, sir. Yeah, I don't. Like I said, we're just now hearing about that whole situation with his insurance and all that stuff. So, selfish me, it's kind of like you, Logan. The selfish me is saying like, yeah, go ahead and sit it out. But then, at the same time, Luka, that's like a thing that they do, man, for the countries.
Yeah.
It's a very important thing for the country to play for the country over the summer. So, we just have to wait and see what happens, man.
That's you, bro. That's more of a question for you.
It's for both of us, man. Are we doing a watch along for the draft?
He said that's for both of us. I'm down.
I'm down too. We got to figure out how to do that too.
I mean, we just have to sit here and watch it and just talk out loud.
I wonder if there's a way we can kind of stream it on here. I wonder if we get copyrighted for that though.
You can play with it. I mean, guys, just do it, but I mean, I don't think that's legal, guys.
Because
you had
slightly does though.
Yeah, well, slightly does stuff. He like puts the little thing on the bottom of his screen though. I don't want to tell his whole secret and all that, man. Come on, man. You got to slightly. I got you, slightly.
No, I mean we need to know what we talking about doing, and I just don't want to get copyrighted, bro. We already got copyrighted on a couple videos already, man.
We can I told you, we just talk it up. We just had to watch it and just bring it on the screen and say something. Say next selection, such and such and such.
Okay, we'll figure it out, man. We'll figure it out, y'all.
We'll do something though. How about that? We're
definitely gonna do something.
What's that? Christian says Luka needs to play in the summer because if he don't, then he will probably party and not give a crap. That's what I'm telling you. I from last year, I tell patterns, bro. Patterns. If last year he went into depression after not making a medal game and did his little thing, if he's not allowed to play that game, that's when he pouts. That's the stuff that he pouts about. I'm afraid, and I'm not saying he will do it. And hopefully, we got.
I'm trusting Luka will do the right thing this summer, man. I think he understands how important this next year coming up. I think he'll take it a little bit more serious. I don't think he's gonna pout and just go drinking and eating Cheetos and laying on the couch or whatever. I think because he's already starting to kind of work out now, even with all that going on. Yeah. So I don't think he'll fall into that, bro. I think Luka will do better this offseason.
I hope not, but I do know that right now. He's more worried about winning Slovenian stuff than he is about winning NBA stuff.
I mean, of course, right now, because he's not playing for the NBA right now.
I'm just saying, I feel like in general. No, I'm saying in general, right now in his career, Luka's young enough right now. I feel like winning like a gold medal and all that stuff. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying I feel like the stuff for the national, his country is more important for him than to win the NBA's championship. So when stuff like that happens, I feel like that bothers him more because he's more worried about that right now than he is a championship. Yeah, he wants a championship, but he'd rather win for Slovenia first, I think.
Marco says, my 3 ideas on next season are re-sign Brunson, draft Koloko, or sign and trade Mitchell Robinson and PJ Tucker to help facilitate bench.
If we get Mitchell Robinson, I don't want PG Tucker.
Yeah.
Mitchell Robinson already kind of shorter.
And then PJ Tucker's definitely up there in age now, man. I think he's like 38, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Then he said do it without showing it.
That's what I was saying, the draft.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like I said, we'll do something for sure, y'all. We'll definitely do something for sure. Let's see. Malcolm Williams, new subscriber. Who would you trade? Appreciate it, Malcolm. He said, "Who would you trade to go to get Aiden and the kid from Chicago and Wall?" He said, "Love the show, guys. Keep up the great content." Kid from Chicago.
Yeah, I don't know, but Tim Hardaway for Aiden, Malcolm. If you can get rid of Tim Hardaway Jr. and Bertans together, Bertans is another big man that can take a spot and shoot for Aiden. And then Tim Hardaway Jr. is a guy that's just shooting in general for Phoenix. If you include that and then probably some draft picks, maybe throw like a Josh Green in there or something like that. I think you might be able to sneak Aiden in there, and that'd be a big step, and keep the same team, same squad, basically with JB, Luka, and Aiden as your big three.
Yeah, I definitely like that, man. And I think if we was assigned, if we were to get Aiden, I think Aiden would be the best center we've had
ever.
Marco, no, I don't see it. Unfortunately, I don't see it.
We love it. We love DSJ here.
Yeah, we love him. But listen, y'all, right now we're in a position. Like I said this a million times. Once we have Luka as one, and then you made it to the Western Conference Finals, Mark Cuban are looking at this as like, yo, this window is officially open. So you can't afford to go out here and just be playing around and, let's go try this. Like, you need to get guaranteed for sure players in here that you know are going to help move this team forward and to hopefully get to the finals. Because once you got a taste of Western Conference Finals, that needs to be your mark. Yeah. Western Conference Finals or above. So, Dennis Smith, I love him. I got some of his stuff in my closet. No, we have to get more players in here that's going to help us right now. And I don't see. I love Dennis Smith, but I don't know if he'll be able to come in and just help us move that needle forward for us.
If I ask you, is Dennis Smith Jr. a championship level player? Would you say yes?
If he was the 13th or 12th man off the bench right now,
which means no, you can't say that.
So no.
I can't say he's a championship level player either. So why are we bringing him on? And I love
any other year other than this year, I would say yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Christian says last year he went on holidays and was partying because he was disappointed that he lost semifinals and bronze medal game. That's kind of what I just said, Christian. That's why I'm worried. That's his big thing as far as playing for the national team over there. So it scares me that he might go there. But I don't know. I think this is a different year for Luka. I'm kind of on a route train. I'm just being devil's advocate. I think this is the year where he does. He has to. I think he hears everything, and I think that he has to.
And he said it in his press conference too. His exit interviews. I think he gets it, man.
He better. I think this is a big year to be like he better get it.
Yeah, this the year, bro. It's when that 35 kick in too. So yeah, you better get it going. Logan says, I have a question. What made you guys Mavs fans? Are you guys from Dallas? You guys should do a question and answer live stream. Yeah, we'll probably do that too, Logan, here pretty soon, man. Well, Ken, you want to go ahead and answer that? I know you didn't told your story a million times before. Go ahead and tell it again.
I guess yours better because you're from Dallas, so you can tell me.
It's not simple. I'm from Dallas. I grew up a Mavs fan. This is all I know. My pop's a Mavs fan. Grew up in the era of the reunion rowdies. I'm showing my age. Grew up, favorite player when I was a kid for Dallas was Rolando Blackman. And of course, in the 90s, it was the 3J. Jason Kidd is my favorite point guard of all time. I was heartbroken when we traded him, of course, but we ended up getting Michael Finley, who was also one of my favorite players for the Mavericks. I had a bunch of his jerseys. But yeah, so for me, man, I've been a Dallas fan my whole life. I grew up here. This is my city.
It's not my city. Sorry, I'm not that exciting. I'm from all the way over on the East Coast, from Baltimore. We didn't have a team growing up. I grew up a Michael Jordan fan, like I guess most people. Just the aura of Michael Jordan. Once he left, he retired the second time. I had a moment of trying to find a new squad or something. I kind of fell out of basketball a little bit. I followed Grant Hill. I liked Grant Hill a lot. Grant Hill was an amazing player. So I kind of watched him when Jordan left, up until the point maybe the Vince Carter-ish. I think Vince Carter brought me back to it. And once that happened, I wasn't really a Toronto Raptor fan. I like Vince Carter, but I started gravitating towards, I guess, Dirk and the Mavs. I guess people ask me why exactly. It was more of an underdog story. I felt like Dirk's story was a guy that's supposed to be somebody, but like was supposed to not achieve. He almost failed even during his first year. Like I think they were ready to, Dirk was ready to leave, and he only put up like less than 10 points a game. That's wild to think that Dirk did that his first year, and so they were ready.
And still top 10 in scoring or top 6 in scoring all time.
Yep. ready to send him over and be done with him. And Dirk just changed. I know you said you like Michael Finley. What's crazy is that I always thought Michael Finley was a little overrated. So my homeboy loved Finley, and I used to tell him.
Wow, I love Finley, bro.
I used to tell him I thought Nash and Dirk were both better than Finley, and that they were choosing the wrong guy to be the number one guy at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that I knock against Michael Finley. Like Michael Finley was nice, but I just felt like I knew at that moment that he wasn't the best player on the team. He's the third best player, but obviously he was the guy that was the vet and all. It was there already, so he was the guy that was getting the last shot and all at the beginning. I believed in Dirk. I love Steve Nash as well. I was very mad when Steve Nash got traded actually for Jason.
I think everybody was
when the Jet first came. But like I said, just rode the underdog story. Watched the Mavs go through so many heartaches, 50 wins. Truthfully, if it wasn't for the Lakers and the Spurs, like you really had Dirk there that was holding it down. Other than those two teams that were basically the dominant teams of the era. And it was just watching Dirk and hearing the arguments about like guys like KG, Tim Duncan, Chris Webber. It was an awesome power forward era in basketball. Just an awesome era in basketball in general. Just there's so many players that didn't win championships during the 2000s that were just like amazing players, man, that like shouldn't be forgotten about. And just watching Dirk go through all that and stand behind him. And finally, getting over the hump, going through the heartaches in 2006. Then 2007. I remember 2007, man, I was so excited up until the last game of the year when we had a chance to try to put out Golden State, and we ended up sitting out guys, I think, against them instead of having the chance to play the Clippers. I talked about that when I couldn't believe Avery Johnson did that one, man. I still to this day was like, why would they? We lost every game. We only lost how many games that year? What, 12 games? Or so what we lose?
Yeah, we were 67. We won 67 that year.
So we lost. What's that?
Only team we lost to was Golden State.
15, right?
Well, sorry, the only series we lost was to Golden State that year.
We lost 15 games that year. That means 4 of the losses were against Golden State because we got swept by Golden State, or even 3 in that year.
It's 4.
Or even 4. Yep. So we lost 4 times out of 15 times against Golden State, and they went ahead in the last game of the season and just said, you know what, we'll play Golden State. I was so mad, but riding out with that, man, just staying with Dirk, watching Dirk go through his great year, being able over here, like it's not a lot of Maverick fans over here. It wasn't, at least earlier in my lifetime. It's a little bit more now. Guys that are jumping on, I find people and I'm like, whoa, you're a Maverick fan, but just riding that ride and not having a team on this side and finding someone and gravitating towards Dirk and his underdog story. That's basically it.
Okay, that says I don't mind Turner and TJ, Warren or Bamba and Isaac. King like both of those trades.
I don't like either one of them. I don't want them. So I feel like it's too much risk with those names. I don't want Turner and TJ Warren. That's too much risk with both of the guys. I know Miles only got a 1-year contract. I'm not a big TJ Warren dude though, and I don't want Bamba and Isaac. I'll take either or.
Marco says, which undrafted rookie you think can help Dallas in the future? I'm not sure yet.
Gotta see
Marco, we got to wait till gotta see the draft first, so we gotta wait and see. K-Dub says maybe we should draft a center, and also, do you think Dennis Smith Jr. will have to play a board, or will be back? Or he'll be back in the NBA? I think he'll be back in the NBA. They're drafting a center thing. I'm just real skeptical on the center because I feel like I don't know if the center can come in and have the same impact as like a wing would be able to have right now. So I'm more of a drafting a wing, but King had a couple centers. I mean, if you want to count EJ Liddell as a center, I mean, he has wing type of capabilities, but he plays a center. So
I only have one center.
You had 5 centers, King. 5 centers.
Unless you include your boy Nikola as a center, but he's just a skilled hybrid like player,
like a big man. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm the same way. More the wings. You got to take a chance on the center. But I do think Dennis Smith Jr. gonna be playing overseas though. I hope he gets a chance in the NBA again, but I do think he's gonna play overseas.
Start getting some more of these WTMs. Malcolm says Zach LaVine and Bradley Beal with Ayton. Oh, that'd be great. I just don't see us being able to get one or the other and Ayton. That's going to be a little hard. I just found out, man. Bradley Beal can opt out for a new contract.
Yeah, Bradley Beal still ain't signed.
I didn't even know that until he had an interview with Taylor Brooks on Bleacher Report, and I didn't even know that, man, because they were asking him about his being traded or whatever, he want to be traded and all that stuff.
Yeah, so, it's as you said though, Malcolm. I think you said no Brunson next. If you go for Bradley Beal or Zach LaVine, you got to basically be saying we're getting rid of Jalen Brunson. I say either or. That's my thing. I say you go for DeAndre Ayton and you try to keep Jalen Brunson. That's where you can keep your team basically the way it is and just upgrade it. Or if you want to go for the Zach LaVine swing, then you're going to have to go there, but you're going to trade Jalen Brunson away.
K said, you guys also Dallas Cowboy fans, you think Dak will win a ring for them faster than Luka for the Mavs? Is Luka a bigger star than Dak? Let's see. No, no, yes, and yes. I was a Cowboy fan, not anymore. I don't really watch football anymore. You say Dak win a ring? No, Dak will not win a ring. It's the Cowboys, so that's no. They will not win a ring before the Mavericks. And I think Luka is a bigger star than Dak.
I agree with everything you said.
Let's see, Kato said, I want to see what Luka and Goran can do this summer, and then we can decide if we want him. Well, let's say, will he be? We'll be making a minimum. The minimum next year, probably so.
Yeah,
I think Goran is to the point now, man, where he just wants to win a ring.
Yeah,
and I think he has enough money now. I think he just wants to win a ring. And then he also says, would you guys love to see a preseason Mavs game in Madrid or Slovenia? Ooh, that'd be nice.
I think they want to try to do that.
I think they will.
Yeah.
But what happened to the remember they used to have they just play the Euro teams versus the NBA team during the preseason. They don't do that no more?
We
didn't do it this year.
I think they do it one time. Like one team or two teams play them every preseason. Because we had them Lucas rookie year.
Rookie year, yeah. Rookie year.
Against the Ducks over there or whatever. So, yeah.
In China or whatever, yeah.
I think like one or two teams might play him. Because Luka played against Russell Westbrook. That's how he played before when he came over here.
That was in 2016.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I know they didn't do it this past year. Oh, because COVID, too. So, that's probably why they haven't been doing it.
Yep. He says, I know Boban is Luka's friend, but he is wasting a roster spot now. We can't just get Luka's friends here. We might as well get his guys from the Slovenian EuroLeague team. So, K-Dub, Goran Dragic is different.
You preach to the choir, sir.
Yeah, Goran Dragic is different, though. I think he'd actually produce and help us out. But Boban should no longer be on this team. I don't understand that one, man. You can't have.
We said a couple of videos ago. Yeah,
it's a waste.
It's definitely a waste. If you're not playing them, then why you signing them?
Yeah.
And like we said, you let a guy go that you was playing in Moses Brown in one position that we were struggling in at center for a guy that's not playing at all. So he barely even plays during garbage time. So we with you, K-Dub. Definitely with you. Malcolm says, do you guys want the whole team back or blow it all up? No, you don't have to blow it up and don't want the whole team back for sure. But we do want them to kind of have a certain balance to it. Like, if you feel like a couple of guys can help you get some pieces in here, then go ahead and ship them out. Like, don't stick with this team. But what we had in the Western Conference Finals shows you that we're not ready yet.
Yeah.
So you're nowhere close. Because look how Golden State's getting beat right now by Boston. And look how Golden State beat us. So that just shows you right there that you're not close. So don't blow it up, and definitely don't keep everybody else you want to have in the middle. There's some guys you definitely want to keep, but there's some pieces that you need to add. And if it takes those guys being traded or whatever the case is, then you got to do it.
Everybody that played in the playoffs can stay, minus Bertans, really. That's really how we can get rid of him. And Dwight Powell. Sorry. But I keep saying, I really think, I know I'm going to push this to the grave until it happens. I think DeAndre Ayton is all we need. Like, if we can somehow keep the same basic team with him, a lot of those second chances killed us so much in the playoffs. If we can just end the possession with a rebound, that helps the team so much. I'm telling y'all, like, not even just with rebounds as far as stopping the possession, but now you got rebounds that start breaks now as well, like for easy points. We just need to stop a possession. And I think a big guy like Ayton, who can also score, who can also move with the ball a little bit, like, I really think him with Luka. When you think about I know people like Max Kellerman talks about the two wings being Jordan and Scotty as far as the way it works and it makes the most dominant play. That's not true. The most dominant way to build a team in NBA history has always been to have a big guy and have a point guard. That's your two-way. You go back to Oscar Robertson and Kareem. You go back to your boy Jerry West and Wilt Chamberlain, Bob Cousy, and Bill Russell. You go to Kareem and Magic. You get down to past that, Shaq and Kobe. Like, that's the way that you play it. You get your big man so that you can dominate on all aspects of the game. You can dominate when you want to go inside. You can dominate when you want to go outside. I think you get a DeAndre Ayton, and I think that just takes this team to a dynasty type level. I really do.
Yeah, I agree. And maybe he'll be more consistent than the other guy we had.
Absolutely.
Starbucks says maybe Boban can fill a coaching vacancy for us next year. Yeah, he could. Yeah. I would do that.
Put him there.
Pinson too. Yeah, like you said, Kakedo said, Pinson too. Yeah, I definitely would do that.
Get them off the roster. They can be coaches. They can be like Jared. What is it? Dudley.
Yeah. Malcolm also says Reggie, Tim, Maxey, and Davis all can go and bring in players from different teams by trade. Yeah, amen, bro. That's
yeah. Reggie, I'm on the fence about Reggie. I'd rather him not go, but
no, I'm tripping not about Reggie, but yeah.
If he's one of the ones that you have to make go because, like, you feel me, like, he's probably in line of the first guy off the guys I like that I think should stay that we may have to get rid of. But I'd rather not get rid of him. Tim, Maxey, and Davis, though, we can use them for trades right away. You're completely right, Malcolm.
Yes, sir. And then K-Dell also says Luka should be the offensive coach for us. He's already a system, so that's okay. We'll stick to him being the system.
I mean, we got the offensive coach that won us the championship in 2011.
Yeah.
That flow coach, we got him. So we need to use Jason Kidd. Don't knock Jason Kidd, Christian.
I think that's it, King.
Nice.
Hey guys, we definitely like to appreciate y'all for rocking with us. Man, that's like 2 shows in a row. I'm having issues with my audio, bro.
We're gonna figure it out, y'all. It's a new streaming service.
Yeah, because it's not letting me know like the other one was doing if I'm loud or not. But anyway, we definitely still appreciate y'all rocking with us, man. If you guys are into Mav content like we are, please, guys, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We already had a guy here. Malcolm, appreciate you subscribing to the channel, man. Welcome to the Glow Gang Nation. We definitely appreciate you. Listen, if you guys, if you're brand new, just like Malcolm is, guys, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, guys. We have more content on the way. We'll be back here on Tuesday evening talking more Mavs with you guys. We're going to probably do an all question and comment video for you guys on Tuesday. I know you guys had a lot of questions about the draft and trades and other rumors and stuff like that you guys have been hearing or whatever. We're gonna start trying to run through some of these rumors, man. We'll try to comb the interwebs and try to get through some of these trades and stuff that we've been hearing about, man. To kind of get you guys' opinions on that. So we'll be doing that on Tuesday. So guys, look forward to that. Also, guys, if you enjoyed the content, please hit that like button, guys, for us. That'll help us out a lot. That'll help out with the algorithm, of course, for other Mad fans to find us here. I know right now it's kind of slow. We're not getting as many views as we were getting during the season, which is understandable. But we think they'll probably start picking up around draft time or around the off season of trades and signings and all that stuff. So, yeah, guys, just hang in there with us, man. We still got more Mav content on the way for you guys, so we definitely appreciate y'all rocking with us here on this Friday morning. Also, our socials. Y'all see the socials down here at the bottom. Up under me, you got the Instagram at WeTalk_Mavs. You can follow us on Instagram. And under King, you got Twitter at WeTalkMavs, all one word. So go ahead and follow us on Twitter. We're definitely active on there. King, is there anything else I'm missing, man?
Share. That's my favorite word. Share.
But I don't get to, you don't share me. You don't share stuff with me though. It's all good though. Hold on, let me go ahead and answer this last one right here. He says, with what all wings do y'all think we can realistically trade for?
That's a topic. They should bring that one to Tuesday.
Yeah, we'll bring all that. We'll do that Tuesday, Michael. Man, y'all just join us here on Tuesday. We're gonna start talking about some trade rumors that we're hearing and stuff like that. So we'll talk about that on Tuesday. So join us here on a Tuesday evening at about 10:30, guys. So we'll definitely talk about NBA Mav trades. With all that being said, man, it is your boy Rail. I got my boy King. This is We Talk Mavs here on the Globe Mavs production, guys. We will be back here on Tuesday, same Mav time, same Mav channel. And we out. King, check this out.
Exit.